Alright, boys, lock in. Today we're reacting to another one of those Reddit type stories called My Boyfriend Never Runs Out of Money. I don't know why it's titled like that, but let's find out.
Hi there, my name is Emma and I'm from Los Angeles. Please like and subscribe.
Not interested.
I was born to workaholic parents, so I didn't see them much growing up. My babysitter didn't find me
She's from India.
too interesting either.
I hope I guessed the
She'd spend
flag right.
hours watching TV, watching weird wrestling competitions on the TV, while I would spend endless hours drowning my face in fashion magazines. It was my dream to start
My dream was to become a doctor and inject everyone in my neighborhood. You know how you're a kid and then you see a needle for the first time and then you're like, yeah, this doctor's my arch nemesis. So that's pretty much the issue I had. But I also started growing a beef with everyone who would sit there and laugh at me while I was getting injected. So I would start crying while the doctor was injecting me with this painkiller. So yeah, that was pretty much the entire neighborhood. So then I wanted to grow up, become a doctor, and then inject them and see them in pain. Hey, I'm not a villain, okay? That's just how kids think.
my own clothing line someday, and it would be so successful that my parents wouldn't have to work another day in their life and
Uh-huh.
spend all their time with me. When I turned 16, mom and dad got me admitted into one of the best schools in the city and took me shopping to get some new stuff. I was smitten by this gorgeous designer handbag. Mom, can I have this, please? Emma, that's
Bro, at 16 and you want to buy a designer bag that's like 3K. I feel like only billionaires kids do that type of shit. Like no ordinary parents or like normal actual parents with brain cells are gonna let you buy a $3,000 designer bag that's literally useless. Like if I was a parent, I'm not getting my kid a $3,000 bag just for the sake of carrying money. They can have any other bag and they want like some designerish bag. That's like no reason in spending that much money on just a bag.
$3,000. We can't afford that. Not after that expensive school. Really? You work so much, I thought we were rich. Mom gave me a weird look and we left, but I couldn't take the bag off my mind, so I decided to make my own money. I made
Uh-huh.
lemonade stands, mowed lawns, and walked every rich person.
Chat, what are actual side hustles you've done in the past? Put them in the comments. And I need to turn
Dog
off
that needed to run.
this flashlight that I'm pointing at my face because it's literally my phone light because the lighting in my room is garbage.
Even ones twice my size. Wait, boy.
Wait, you know, I've actually done something similar to this, but it wasn't a dog. It was actually a bull. Yeah, don't ask me what I was doing with a bull, first of all. So it was like, let me give you the entire story right here, okay? Don't leave the video. That's why I don't tell my stories because people just click off at that time. Okay, listen to me. So it was like feeding time for a bull, this baby bull. He wasn't that much of a baby. Let's say he was like 3 years old. That's not a baby anymore, but okay. So it was feeding time for him, and he was like tied up somewhere. And you know, in villages, they usually tend to tie him up. So he was tied up. I untied him, and my uncle actually told me that this guy is gonna start running towards his mama. So you'd better just let go of the rope and let him run to him. But instead, what did I do? I'm like, yeah, I've been hitting the gym for the past like 1.5 day or so. So like, look at me, I'm jacked, you know? So guess what my dumbass did? I did not let go of the rope. Instead, I started tugging on it. And that man, that son of a loser, actually thought I was challenging it. So it just dragged my ass across the entire fields and ran to its mama. And then it only stopped when it reached its mama and it started drinking milk. While me personally, yeah, you know what happened to me, bro. I had to go to the hospital. All right, back to the video. I yapped too much.
Not so fast. Right before the term started, I'd earned enough to buy a fake bag, and it looked somewhat similar. My first day,
Fake it till you make it.
the entire parking lot was packed, but just then I found a cozy spot in corner.
I mean, personally, if I become like a millionaire or a billionaire, I wouldn't see the point in buying a wallet for like $10,000, let's say. Like, I don't see the point in that. I'm sorry, but is it just me? Like, why would I spend $10,000 on something that's gonna just carry my money, which I can buy for like, let's say a couple $100 instead?
Slowly, I made my way in, feeling like a pro, until I heard an awful screeching sound. I'd hit a car and made a huge dent.
Yeah, that's a
While I was
Mercedes at that too.
reeling in shock, calculating the damage, a tall boy stopped and stared at me. Wow, that's as big as the Grand Canyon. Good
He instantly comes up to her and says, "Oh, that's as big as the Grand Canyon."
job. Sarcasm is
Uh-huh.
not helping, dude. Do you have any idea whose car this is? Let me see. Looks like mine. Sure enough, he unlocked the door and tossed his backpack inside. My mind went into overdrive. How could he be so indifferent after I dented his very pricey looking car?
For that, for him to be indifferent, either you gotta be some person who's really pretty or someone who's really rich that can cover up the damages. Literally, there's no in between. Like for him, you must be pretty. I'm not saying judging appearances, but I'm just saying
I'm
either he really likes you or either he's just really like a calm guy. That could be also a possibility.
so sorry. This is totally my fault. I'll make it up to you. Cool. Get it repaired then. I looked at him confused. There was no way I could afford to repair the damages. Before I could respond, he inched closer, and I swear he smelled like oranges. Or you could agree to go on a
Interesting.
date with me. Your call. Take your time. There's no rush.
Yeah, see, what did I say?
I'm Caleb, by the way. He was cute, but I'd barely met the guy. I thought about it hard before saying yes, and later found
Such a hard decision, right? I
out
agree.
that Caleb was freaking rich. His dad owned a multi-million-dollar company, and basically everyone's parents at school worked for his father. He was like a huge deal.
God damn, that's like a flex. You get into a fight in that school, and then you be like, "Oh, so you gonna come throw punches at me, bro? I'm gonna get your dad fired. Yeah, get your ass moving, bro." Like literally, that's such a flex at that. If he's an arrogant asshole, that's gonna be even worse.
Caleb and I went on several dates after that, and I grew to
Of
like
course
him.
you did. They went because of course they did.
He was a great listener and totally grounded. I want to start a business of my own one day, like a super cute fashion line. That sounds ambitious, but I'm sure you'll pull through. I can feel it. A month later, when he asked me to be his girlfriend, he filled my car with roses and a giant stuffed teddy bear.
He still didn't get you a new car. What a shame.
I was happy, but the girls in school just went bonkers. On our first
Low key, these type of school politics, like you're a newcomer and then you just like go talk to someone who's randomly just famous across the entire campus. People of the opposite, no, people of the same gender to you, like for example, if you're a boy and you talk to like some famous girl, people of your same gender, like boys, are just gonna start getting jealous of you. Like, bro, chill out. And same vice versa, like for girls.
date as a couple, Caleb gifted me an expensive handbag.
Bucci, yeah, we'll see you in court, buddy.
The original version of my fake one. Wow, that's
So he probably guessed that her version was fake.
awesome.
Amazing.
But I can't take this. You're my girlfriend now, and you only deserve the best. Caleb insisted, and I couldn't say no. It was my favorite brand
Of
after
course you
all.
couldn't.
One day after school, Caleb invited me to his place where he
Am I bullying the girl a little too much? I feel like I'm doing a little too much. I'll cut it out from now on.
lived all by himself. While he swam in his private pool, I sketched new fashion designs in my journal. What do you think? Very chic. You know you don't have to work, right? I'll have more than enough money to support us. I know, but this is my dream, and I want to do this for myself. Whatever floats your boat, love. Just remember, I'll always be there for you. That summer, I decided to take a business class at a local community college. and I was by far the youngest one there. Not that I cared. I belonged there. I was busy concentrating on what the professor was saying when a heavy voice interrupted me. So, Professor, you know all this from your successful businesses? I turned around to see a cute guy in the back corner, leaning in his chair with his
Nah, that's a jerk, bro. I feel like every class has that one jerk that acts like that.
feet propped up on the desk. Excuse me? I'm just saying, if you knew anything about marketing, you wouldn't be teaching. They went back and forth for a while. My professor got angrier and angrier while the boy remained calm.
What is that facial expression of the professor, bro?
I couldn't
What?
believe how rude he was, but I had to agree. He wasn't entirely wrong. After class, I decided to grab lunch at the college dining hall. I was finishing a sketch in my journal when that rude boy came behind me in line. Is that meant for a unicorn? Excuse me? So now you're a PhD in designing too? That's designing? Let me show you something. Listen, I don't know what your deal is, but you cannot insult. Before I could finish, he pulled out his phone and showed me a clothing website filled with plain black t-shirts, and they were listed at over $100 each. This is my business. These boring black tees, you could get these anywhere. He clicked a few apps and showed me his bank statements. The number almost made me fall backwards. How could this guy be making thousands of dollars selling regular old t-shirts?
I feel like selling regular plain black t-shirts, like only big ass brands could pull that off. I'm not even joking when I say this, but if you were to list a t-shirt for $100, first of all, it has to be of amazing quality, right? And then second of all, people wouldn't really be willing to buy it from a brand called Baducci, but they would be willing to buy it if it had Gucci written all over it, or just one place because it's plain. So they would be willing to buy it from Gucci, but if it was from like Baducci or some shit, they would not buy it. You have to have brand recognition before you can sell something for a crazy amount of money.
T-shirts. I don't get it. Why are you even taking classes? What can I say? I'm a sucker for knowledge. You're crazy. Actually, I'm Eric, and you need a better teacher. Someone who knows how to make big bucks in real life and not some loser professor. He went on to cut me in line and buy the cheapest thing on the menu. For a while, I avoided Eric like the plague. I didn't want my work associated with him, but the more I researched about his business, the more I realized I needed his expertise. He could sell t-shirts just from the hype alone. So that following week, I put my pride aside and asked him to tutor me. Little did I know, it would turn out to be my biggest mistake. He talked way too fast and laughed at all my questions. He even made me work the customer service line for his business to understand how businesses work. I complained about Eric to Caleb all day. He's so rude and mean. I don't even know how to deal with him. Drop his classes then. I can't do that. He's good at what he does, and I can genuinely learn so much from him.
Yeah, if you guys were to go take lessons from a guy who's a literal jerk, would you stay there for the sake of knowledge, or would you just be like, yeah, man, this guy's attitude is just horrible and I'm not having no more of it?
Then take his attitude with a pinch of salt. Anyway, I have something that'll cheer you up. I want you to meet my parents. I was shocked. I only ever saw his dad on billboards or on TV commercials. Being nervous.
Did
was
his
an
dad have a
understatement.
tattoo on his face? Am
We
I
met
seeing
him at an
things?
expensive Italian restaurant in town the next week. His dad stood up to shake my hand.
Oh no, that's a beard. Oh my god. I've never seen a person with a tattoo on their face. Do they even allow you to get tattoos on their face? I've seen people with tattoos on their necks, but like not on their faces. Isn't that like crazy painful? I think it's crazy painful. That's why they don't get it.
Looked over his shoulder.
Or maybe it's just gonna ruin your appearance, just having words or some random design on your face.
I saw none other than my tutor sitting at the same table. You must be Emma.
Wait,
We've
what?
heard great things. Just then, Caleb saw Eric too, and he seemed mad. What
Are they brothers? Oh my god, they're brothers. That's a plot twist.
are you doing here? Not even a hello, brother? Brother? My head spun in a million circles. Eric and Caleb? Brothers? Caleb looked ready to fight him until their father got in between them. I invited him here, son. He's still family. Caleb backed off, but I was still in shock. And to make matters worse, Eric pretended he'd never met me. Caleb's parents ordered me all kinds of delicious courses, but I couldn't find the stomach to eat anything. And after dinner, Caleb took me straight home and angrily drove off without saying goodbye. During our next tutoring session, I was still fuming when Eric walked up. Why didn't you tell me about your family? You never asked. And besides, I didn't think we're that close. What do you mean? You're related to my boyfriend and you... Yeah, that's kind of unfortunate. You're not really his type, to be honest. That's not the
Is he gaslighting her?
point. I can't deal with this. I'm leaving. Wait, Emma. I'm sorry. I was just being a jerk. I calmed down as Eric spoke that he had been estranged from his family for 2 years because he refused to take over the family business. His clothing line was a result of wanting to prove he could make something successful without being connected to them. Part of me understood. I still wanted to pursue my clothing line dream, even though Caleb said I didn't have to. When I told Eric, he didn't laugh, but he seemed impressed. Take out your computer. You're making a website today. Eric helped me create my website from scratch. As
What is that? What is that? What is that name, bro?
usual, he was going super fast and I scrambled to keep up. But when I looked in my laptop reflection and saw him laugh, he looked different to me. Almost attractive.
God damn, no, she having fantasies about his brother, bro. She's cheating on his brother,
Snap
bro.
out of it, Emma. He's your boyfriend's brother. My website was good, but for the first few days, I didn't get many orders. But I didn't lose hope and continued sketching and building my brand. I worked on them for days until one night I got a call from Caleb and he sounded a bit off. Want to talk about it? Not really, but I have a surprise for you. Caleb told me that he'd put my name in a small fashion show for new designers. I couldn't believe it. Oh, you really shouldn't have. Yes, I should, and yes, I will. I've decided to be more supportive of your dream. Thank you. I was over the moon that day, but when
Before the story processes, I want to ask you guys, who do you think she will end up choosing? Because I know she's falling for his brother too. I feel like she's gonna end up choosing his brother, bro. Like, I just have a
I
gut
told
feeling.
Eric, he didn't sound as impressed. It's just a small show. Yeah, but it's big for me. And maybe after this, I might actually get some customers. You will come to the show, won't you? You're inviting me? Well, you've helped me get this far. It would be rude of me not to. When the day came, I peered at the audience behind the curtain. I was blown away to see Eric sitting in the back row. I was glad he showed up. Too glad to admit. Once my
Yeah, she's definitely getting attractive, boy.
models were ready, they were off strutting down the catwalk wearing my designs. Surprisingly, the audience went crazy. I walked out and bowed with the last model and then jumped into Caleb's arms. Behind his shoulder, Eric was watching and he looked irritated. By the time I made my way
Is he also getting jealous of his brother having such a good-looking girlfriend, let's say?
to the back of the room, Eric was gone. The show had tremendously boosted my sales. Caleb invited me to his parents' home to celebrate. My brother will be there. Sorry. Why do you hate him so much? He's a total jerk. Anyone would kill to get my father's business, but he would rather do his own thing. Whatever. Joke's on him. I get the business now. Caleb's words didn't sit right with me, but I kept it to myself. We got to his mansion, and my eyes instantly started searching for Eric, but he didn't show up. We were halfway into the party when
bro, she's
Eric
definitely getting the wrong feelings, not
strode
gonna
through
lie.
the door with a girl. Guess I wasn't missed. Mom, Dad, this is Angelica. My stomach turned. Since when did Eric have a girlfriend? By the
Oh nah, she definitely getting jealous, bro.
looks on everyone's faces, they were thinking the same thing. Angelica's a model from New York. She has her own beauty brand. The more I watched them interact, the more I felt sick. It didn't make sense to me why I cared so much. Caleb, however, seemed to care for different reasons. That's so typical. Inviting people without asking Dad? Ugh, spare me for not being Dad's little saint. Suddenly, Caleb's dad flew into a rage, making Eric's date shrink away from the scene. That's enough, Eric. If you don't want to be part of this family, then stay out.
Nah, I feel like I could do that voice acting. Wait, let me give it a try. That's enough, Eric. If you don't want to be No, that one messed up. Let me give it another try. That's enough, Eric. If you don't want to be a part of this family, then stay out of it. Hey, was that good? Rate it in
Gladly,
the
Father.
comments.
Gladly. He turned and left the party. I found myself following him. Eric, wait. I'm sure he didn't mean it. And you've known them for what, a week? Now you're an expert? I looked into his eyes and saw there was pain there, even though he tried to hide it. You do care. You act like you don't, but you do. His face was so tense, I thought he would snap. Instead, he sighed and turned away. Just leave me alone. Listen, I need to. As I rushed behind Eric, my toe caught on a bump in the sidewalk and the ground rushed up to me. When I sat up, my ankle was throbbing, and Eric swooped me up in his arms. As he carried me back, I couldn't stop myself from falling for him. I knew this was wrong.
Nah, bro, I told you guys this was gonna happen, bro.
I was with Caleb, but Eric was so much. God,
If this was not going to happen, she wouldn't have even started getting feelings for him in the first place, bro. She started getting feelings for him, and then the instant that starts happening, you know it's over, bro.
kinder and helpful and sort of a jerk, but he was always there when I needed him. After that day, I decided to keep my distance from Eric. Caleb was my boyfriend, and I couldn't betray him. I spent my days working on making my business better, and one day, my brand ended up exploding all over social media. I had to investigate, so I went online and did some online digging. The root of it, I discovered, was none other than Eric's site where he'd promoted my line. He also left me an email in my inbox. I know you don't want any boosts or freebies, but us entrepreneurs have to stick together. Enjoy the extra press. You've worked hard and you deserve it. Sincerely, your tutor. I wanted to find him and thank him, but Caleb told me he was leaving the country to open up a store in England, and he was taking off that night. Good riddance. You don't care that you'll never see your own brother again? Not really, no. But why do you care so much? I don't. I was just. Wait.
Yeah, right.
Please, don't tell me you have feelings for my brother. You
She
do,
does,
don't you?
bro.
Before I could say anything, Caleb snapped. After I supported your dumb business, you went behind my back and cheated on me with my brother? Caleb, I didn't cheat on you. Oh, it's smothered all over your face. Dad was right about you. You're classless and shut up.
Nah,
You're the
okay, he's
worst, Caleb.
way wrong
I
for
had
that,
no
bruh.
idea you thought so low of me, but I'm glad you told me now. And by the way, eat bugs. We're done.
What?
I was horrified with how mean Caleb was.
That's like telling a scammer, I hope your pillow's warm tonight. Oh my god, okay.
And after that day,
That
I
was
broke
hilarious.
all ties with him. I tried calling Eric multiple times, but he never returned my call. So, I guess that was done too. Some months later, I
Oh my
opened up.
god, this video is almost over. In the end, I kind of did some. Wait. In the end, I talked a little bit less because I was just way too busy in the story. I hope you guys don't mind. And if you guys want me to yap more, you can just say it in the comments because I feel like I yap a lot and I should yap a lot less. People don't enjoy it sometimes. I get negative comments. But if you guys want me to yap more, then you can say it in the comments and I'll listen to you guys, I
Up
guess.
a popular boutique in the city, keeping Eric's note at the bottom of my register. I tried to keep my mind off him as best as I could, and decorated my office with selfies of my parents enjoying their vacation in Greece. One night, just as I was closing the boutique, I heard a voice behind me. Does this come in amends? Eric! I rushed and hugged him tight. That's a reaction I could live for. Now tell me, do you
Wait,
have
so
a
they both
size
like each
larger?
other?
I ate too many burgers in England. Taking the shirt he was holding, I went into the back room and found a large for him to try on. He too handed me one of his overpriced t-shirts. How is it? I feel like a unicorn. What about yours? Oh, you know, feels like a regular old t-shirt. Laughing, he grabbed my shirt and pulled me
Nah, okay. Not family friendly stuff. Okay. So I'll end the video here for today. If you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.